What's your position on that? Would you accept a bill that includes funding for the border wall and the Dreamers?
Yeah, there's always been look, the reality is that in order to get something done, it's going to require border security and dealing with the Dreamers. And so that's a known fact. And that was something that I think everybody has pretty much agreed to that concept. The question is, can we get something like that brought to the floor? And that's what this is all about.
Right. So then if the discharge petition goes through, then 4 bills will be debated.
Correct.
And
those 4 bills can change. Because it gives, in other words, it doesn't have to be the bills as they are today. It's those 4 bills, but they can, it's very explicit. It says they can amend them, they can change it. It's, whatever those are.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't. And when people point to the courts and say, "Well, it's moving through the courts," they can renew their current status. Do you think it should be limited to current recipients or expanded to other documents?
Those are very good issues. But the reality is this: what we're trying to do today is, regardless of if your concern is border security, if your concern is Dreamers, whatever your concern is, we have to have the ability to have a debate, get it to the floor, have something that can pass the House, and then can get 60 votes in the Senate and a presidential signature. That's the requirements. The problem was, when Nancy Pelosi was Speaker, she refused. There was a bipartisan group. I was a part of that. We had a bipartisan bill that didn't need any Republicans because she refused to allow a vote. Fast forward, Republicans did the same thing later on, right? This is a way to force a vote. And I think it's something that's seldomly used, and I think this is the timing is right.
You think the timing's right?
Yeah.
In particular, do you think it's because Paul Ryan's on his way out and he should be able to just let this happen?
It's what Will Hurd said. It's because this is not a new issue. This is an issue that will not solve itself. You've got, if your only concern is the border, you've got all these situations and all the problems it creates having a porous border. If your only concern are the Dreamers, you've got the situation of the folks that are in limbo, all right? It doesn't matter which your concern is. What is not acceptable is status quo. And this is a way to force Congress, to force the House into action, and which I think is an important step taken today.